to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard in your room. Fantasy. Comfortable mediocrity, trying to force love, you don't have have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force love. You don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force love. You don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force love. You don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force love. You don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force love. You don't have to be yourself around me. Try too hard and you'll ruin the fantasy. Mediocrity, trying to force
god. Oh my god, hold on, guys. Jesus. This audio is like being weird.
We are pausing for technical difficulties.
All right, let's see what player would like to go next for our check-in questions.
Oh, go ahead.
I guess I can go next. For my character, the hopes for today, I just want to see what's there to see. There has to be a lot of things to see and learn today. And advice for my character, to have fun, not spend so much time looking that you don't get to enjoy the moment.
Ooh, I can go.
All right.
I want to go see some humans. Humans are cool. They're so funny. and I don't want to get caught. So my advice would be don't get caught.
Okay.
I think that leaves me.
Yep, just you.
So my hopes are to really be able to explore, but stay kind of under the radar so that we don't get caught. But also, that could go along with my advice is kind of be careful, but have fun, because this is fun.
All right, wonderful. Those are some great hopes and advice. Awesome. So now we're going to look at the lines and veils. So whenever you're playing a role-playing game, it's really important to have safety tools. And the safety tools that we're going to be using for Punk Pride Pixies is lines and veils, open door policy, and the X card. And I will explain that. So lines and veils is basically a list of specific triggers. So the ones that you would list under lines would be, these are things that I want you to not cross. I don't want those to be part of the campaign, part of the game. So let's say maybe spiders was a trigger, and you don't want any spiders at all in the game. So then spiders would be under lines. But if we were looking at veils, imagine there's a curtain, kind of like a nice like veiled curtain. And so it means we can talk about it, but not very detailed. So if maybe spiders is a trigger, but it's not so much of a trigger that you're okay with certain things, then maybe spiders would be under veils. And so it's okay to have spiders, but don't describe them. Don't talk about their webs. Don't talk about their venom, stuff like that. Don't get into it. And that would be okay. So are there any questions on that regarding lines and veils? Okay. And then with the open door policy means if for some reason something happens in the game and for some reason you feel really triggered or things get emotionally intense, it's okay for you to leave. I just ask that you send me a message or you send the group a message saying, hey, I need to step out for a little bit. Check in, let me know that you're okay. But this is something that you guys are voluntarily doing. And I don't want you to feel like you're trapped or anything and have to stay here. So the game will go on without you. For some reason, there's an issue. So that's what the open door policy is for. Okay. And then X card, you can actually move your arms into the course of an X, or you can put an X in our special Zoom chat room so the group can see, or you can do it just to me privately so that you can safe keep your privacy if you'd like to do that. And when you would do that would be like, let's say you're triggered by something or something is too intense. I can retcon things. I can go back if I need to. And it's helpful when you do the X to also put a little content there. Like, oh, I wasn't okay about this, or this is a little bit hurt, you know, something I'm a little worried about, something like that. So I kind of have a little bit of an idea. All right. Any questions about that? Okay, great. So let's look at our lines. So we already have one line, which I have a line that I've put up. Yes, DMs can have lines and veils as well. And so mine is animal brutality, and it's particularly to pets. So, you know, I'm okay with someone having steak or, you know, or fish or you know, things like that, but I'm not okay with animals being harmed. So in the game Punk Pride Pixies, it does mention that pixies kind of fight with cats and dogs. I'm just not okay with that. So since I'm leading the game, that's just not going to be a part of something that we play in this particular game. All right. Any lines that anyone can come up with?
Yeah, nothing up the nose, please.
All right.
No, like sexual assault or assault towards people that like can't defend themselves.
Okay.
Along with that, just having consent be very important.
Absolutely. Anything else? And I do want to say, not to feel pressured, that if for some reason you come up with a line while we're in the middle of the game, you can always type it and we will add it. Or if you think of it later, that's okay too. All right. And what about veils? Any specific veils that you guys can come up with?
I have one. Like pregnancy loss.
Okay.
Like it can be a part, it can be discussed. Like I don't think it will come up, but I have discovered that that's a veil for me.
Okay.
How about, since we're playing a queer game, how about the world can have homophobia and transphobia, but we don't want to really get deep into it. It could be a background thing, or sometimes we line it also if people are feeling it that way, but I feel like maybe this game could go with the veil for me. What do y'all think?
I'm okay with it.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Homophobia,
Yeah.
transphobia, heteronormativity.
Okay, sounds good.
What would we want to do about racism, the other types of isms? That'd be a better veil or line.
I would prefer that to be a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sexism be a line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, like with ableism, I think I'd be okay with it being a veil or being explored, like from the context of the game. Like, because I can imagine that there could be like, you can't do that because you're a pixie, and that could be a really good metaphor in some ways.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be a line or a veil. I guess I'm personally saying I would be okay with exploring, at least from the way my perspective of how I've experienced it. So
That makes sense. Okay, sounds good. So our lines are animal brutality, specifically to pets, nothing up the nose, sexual assault, must have consent, racism and sexism. And then our veils are pregnancy loss, homophobia, transphobia, and ableism.
I want to clarify, Hallie, did you mean ableism should be a veil, or you want it to be an open topic?
I was saying like I for me it could be a veil or it could be an open topic, but like from the context of like the game and like exploring it. I wouldn't want it to be like a thing you can't do anything about, you know. If that makes sense.
Okay. Anything else that we want to add? Okay, wonderful. And I just want to remind everyone that these aren't set in stone. If something comes up, let me know. That's okay. If it comes up like after or even when we're at the finale, if you want to add something, you can always add something to the lines and veils. I know that sometimes there are pressure that, oh, I'm going to keep somebody from enjoying things. I think that you can have a fun game is a safe game, especially when it's safe for everybody. Okay, so I want to hope that if you have that pressure, I can just move that pressure off your shoulders and you can feel free to just have fun. Okay, awesome. All right, so time to go into character creation. So fun. All right, so we have some tables. So we'll start with the tables first. And on the tables, you get to pick a role in the group, your personality, and an item on your person. And I'm going to let every player decide if they want to roll a d6. I have like this special rainbow dice that's not going to show up very well on the cameras, but it's really pretty. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you can't really see it as well, but yeah, but it's fun anyway. So you can roll a d6 or you can choose from the table. So first, we're just going to start with those categories: the role in the group, the personality, and the item. So who would like to go first?
I rolled for mine, so I can tell you what I got.
Oh, fantastic. Shaylee.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Shaylee.
My role in the group is the confidant. I got a 6. My personality matches with that, as shy and introverted. And an item on my person is glue.
That is awesome. I like it that it's glue because you being the confidant, and in a way, it's almost like you're the glue that brings everyone together.
Totally.
It's great. It's great. All right. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. I'm gonna
Olette.
I'll be rolling with this pie dice. That's like a fidget toy. So
I love it.
So my role, I've rolled a 4. So the one who always gets into trouble.
Awesome.
For my personality, I rolled a 2. So that's inquisitive and academic. And for the item on my person, I rolled a 3. So a spork.
Okay. Great. And I could see how a spork would be something that someone who's inquisitive and academic would want, like, it's got 2 uses. It's kind of like a spoon and it's kind of like a fork.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful. And who would like to go next? One of the siblings.
I won't go before my older sibling.
Okay, so we'll have the elder sibling go first.
Fine. I'll go.
All right, Calamity.
So I'm gonna roll, but if I don't like it, I'm gonna pick the one that I already picked.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, it was one of the ones that I liked. So she doesn't like this, but she is the leader. She hates it. She doesn't want to be the leader, but somehow she got put in this situation. I picked my personality because I couldn't pick anything else other than easily bored.
You're totally the leader.
No, I'm not. Leave me
Yes, you
alone.
are.
Stop it. And since I wanted the spork, but since Omelet got it, I will
It's
also have
okay
a fork.
for you to have
I have
the
a spork
same-
as well, but I had it
Okay.
first when it was cool. Or maybe I gave it to Omelet. Like it's our friendship spork.
It's okay for both of you to have a spork, or even it's okay to share the same.
I'm gonna get rid of
role.
it. It's not even cool anymore. There we go.
Okay, you're just playing in character, right?
Yes, no. I'm having fun.
All right. Awesome. All right, and now it's Commodity's turn.
I'm the younger sibling, and I'm impulsive and quick to act. And I also have glue. But I think I use it different than you do. Differently? I don't know.
Differently, yeah. Okay. Did you roll for that, or it just kind of made sense with everything?
No,
Huh?
I love character creation and character development and playing things out. So, I mean, sometimes random's really fun, but I picked this time.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. And now we will go to our attributes, to the actual numbers in this game. So our attributes, as I mentioned before, are Pride, Punk, and Pixies. So with Pride, you use Pride when you try to remain upbeat, make people happy, forge friendships, or any other roles that rely on happiness and joy. Punk is a attribute that you use because life only exists in a state of anarchy. So you use Punk when you break the rules, embrace the chaos of life, intimidate people by how fearless you are, and other such roles. And then Pixie. Pixies are small, the size of a human hand. They are very fast and anti-capitalist. Use Pixie when you are accomplishing any task where this aids, or when communicating with other Pixies. You also use your Pixie stat for the 3 Pixies in a raincoat maneuver, which lets 5 Pixies in a raincoat impersonate a human, where 2 Pixies pretend to be the shoes, 2 hold up the shoulders, and the 5th holds up a hat. Good things Pixies can fly. All right, so you guys are going to each distribute a -1, a +1, and a +3 over your 3 attributes. So when you attempt something that warrants a roll, you'll roll your 1d6 and then add the highest one of any attribute that might aid. All right, so each of you gets to decide where you want to distribute those points. So who would like to go next on telling us what your character sheets are?
I'm +3 Punk.
Okay. +3 Punk.
And +1 Pride.
Okay.
And -1 Pixie.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Sib, I went before you.
Calamity, would you like to go next?
Fine. I'm also +3 Punk. And +1 Pride and -1 Pixie, which I'm surprised that my sibling.
We're twins.
I know. Yeah, I know. Don't remind me.
Hi, twin.
Hi.
All right. Shaylee, why don't you go next?
Yeah, I am +3 for Pride, -1 for Punk, and +1 for Pixie.
All right. And Olette.
I am +3 for Pride, +1 for Punk, and -1 for Pixie.
Okay. Fantastic. So now we have our character sheets. Okay. All right. And then before we get into the gameplay, let's talk about relationships. So everyone in this group knows one another, but I think it would be a good idea for us to talk about how you know one another, a little bit about what that relationship is like. If it's more positive or negative, or, if there's any specific things that you want to come up with, now's the time to kind of talk about that.
Omelet and I, we crack some eggs together. We get in trouble.
I spend a lot of time learning about stuff, and I like what I read about, and then I need to go explore and find it. And then who's the best person to go and find stuff with?
All right. So Commodity and Olette are like partners in mischief a little bit. All right. Sounds good. Maybe the siblings can tell us a little bit about their relationship. That might be helpful too.
If I must. Kamadi and I are twins. I am 17 months older, and he is so annoying. Wait, what are Commodity's pronouns?
Amateur.
They. Okay, sorry. They're so annoying. Ah,
But you love me.
yeah.
I love you.
Don't stop it. You're being gross. Like, so typical, like older, younger sibling stuff. Like nobody better mess with Commodity.
Nobody
But
better
me.
mess with Calamity.
Yeah, no one does. Why would they?
And even though I don't say it too often, I do respect and look up to you.
And that makes me feel happy. But no one should know it ever.
Yeah, you can't be happy.
No.
No.
All right. Shaylee, I'm curious as to what your relationship with Commodity might be, with the leader.
With
I mean,
Calamity.
with Calamity, the leader. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I think we've been friends. I think we get along, and Calamity can kind of talk to me when they're getting, I don't know, when everything's feeling like a lot, or when somebody may be getting on their nerves.
I like that. I'm feeling that too. That maybe you're the only one that doesn't annoy me. Like, you're a good listener, but also maybe I am one of the few people that will listen to you too.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes, because I'm kind of shy, I might not like speak up because I'm listening too much, but
yeah. And I also think, like, if someone's coming to you and you realize there's a problem, like, you'd be like, well, gotta tell Calamity because she might know what to do. Like,
yeah, you're good at harnessing that energy.
I like it.
Right. Awesome. And what's the relationship between Shaylee and Commodity?
I don't know if I'd try to give you advice. I don't know that you'd listen much.
But my sibling trusts you.
Yeah, I think you're sweet.
I'm the sweetest. I mean, sometimes.
Except for when he steals your glue.
But yeah, don't take my glue when you run out.
I don't need any more glue. What do you think I need more glue for?
You've glued too many things together.
My headcanon's going crazy.
Okay. Awesome. And I love to hear about the relationship between Olette and Calamity. The leader and the one who gets in trouble.
I have an idea. At first, I was like, if we both have sporks, maybe we're BFFs. But I think that maybe I am having to get you and Commodity out of trouble a lot.
And since I'm academic, I know a lot of things. I just don't do the right things with that knowledge.
So I'm
And I
like,
need
you know
help.
what to do. Sometimes Calamity wishes that Olette was her sibling as well. Sometimes she also wishes that she could trade someone for her brothers. Sorry.
Olette, what do you think of Calamity?
I mean, I think I definitely respect Calamity as the leader, and Calamity definitely lets me do all of the things I want to do because I don't ask for permission and I go do it. So Calamity is the best.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. And what does Olette think of Shaylee?
Shaylee's really quiet, but they spend a lot of time with Calamity, so they're great. They also let me do whatever I want.
Oh no.
I'm seeing a theme here. I'm seeing quite a theme. All right. And how does Olette feel about Commodity? Well, I mean, I know that you guys do stuff together, but yeah.
Yeah, the best person to take when I need some extra hands to figure out what's going on, or if I need some glue. And
Got my glue.
and I won't ask for permission, but I could ask for permission because we'll go together. That works.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Are there anything else that you guys can think of regarding like relationships?
I was just thinking about my relationship with Olette, and I really want to be able to call you Omelette. I like learning information, so I think maybe I feel connected to you in that way, even if I don't say it out loud.
And every once in a while, I can grab Shaylee and we can go on an adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to make sure that you don't get into too much trouble.
Exactly.
I'll do it. So how big is our pixie group? Is it us or are there others?
There are other pixies.
Oh.
Yes, there are lots of other pixies, and there are going to be some NPC pixies that you'll all meet soon too. All right. Yay. All right, so I'm going to change my background. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna do a description of our setting, and then I will introduce your characters to come in, so you guys can get immersed in the world. Okay. A white, fluffy puff seed floats in the wind below a sunny sky. It floats over a clear blue lake and up against tiny leaves and loose, limp branches, and then it stops against the chest of a pixie. A tiny giggle is heard as the dandelion seed is swung around with the dancing pixie wings. A large willow is settled in the center of the city. Its roots are planted deep, its bark a dark, rugged brown, and twinkling lights blink around this sacred tree. They are clear beads of light. There's soft, vibrant grass that surrounds the tree, and a trail of wildflowers that lead around the willow tree and off into the distance of the woods. This is the sacred willow wood, home to the pixies. Encircling that wood is a heavy fog that shields some of the beauty from the city. Miles away from the forest glade, surrounding the glade is a sprawling city with tall buildings, tar-covered streets, and fast-moving vehicles. Willow Grove City is loud, fast, and busy. People move about their day working, and most of them ignore one another unless it impacts their own life in some way. Our story starts at Sacred Willow Wood. So let's see what our pixies are doing. So I'd like for each of our players to describe themselves and what their pixie is doing at this moment. It's early morning. And you can also describe your home. Imagine that it is connected to this willow tree in some way.
So Calamity is still in bed, sleeping. And that's going to be the case unless someone wakes them up very loudly, as they often do. I would say, Commodity, you have to have some input about it. But I like the idea of living in like a birdhouse, like, or a little nook where, normally like a squirrel family might live, but they moved out because the pixies were too loud or something. What do you think? Commodity, sorry.
I was thinking that I found a wasp's nest. And it didn't go real well at first, but I got the wasps out.
That's where we live then.
No, I could live there. You can live in the birdhouse.
Okay.
And a wasp next with lots of wasps.
No, I kicked them out, but it was I'm still.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna give me a heart attack. I live very close to the wasp nest, but not in the wasp nest because I need to keep an eye on him or them. Sorry, I keep messing up. But my like area is all about comfort. And I have like a bunch of knickknacks and stuff, but like they're like really cool, like my spork. I love little boxes, but they're actually really big boxes for me because I'm like this big. And so like I love these, like I just find boxes and I just put things in them that I think are really cool, and they are cool. And sometimes I do things just for irony. And I also I went through a whole phase of like being really into like black. Everything is black. And
okay. What does your pixie look like?
I would say she's got like, I don't know, maybe a lot like myself. Like she's got the shorter hair, not much makeup. Looks like she wears like clothes, like kind of hipster clothes, like effortlessly cool. And if there was Instagram, she'd be all over it, but only in an ironic sense.
Okay. What do her wings look like?
Ooh. They're like kind of like dragonfly wings, like they're clear-ish and they might have sparkles and they're pretty.
Okay.
They're one of her favorite features. She wouldn't say that to anyone.
Okay, wonderful. All right, who would like to go next?
Did I finish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I live in the wasp's nest, but I've glued other things onto it to give myself more space. Like a shoebox, or whatever I find. I also have like dragonfly wings, but I found some watercolor paints and I paint them sometimes. And I didn't think about wearing clothes.
Does your pixie wear clothes?
If they make me. They say put on some clothes, commodity.
Okay.
But
And then what would
just a
what
simple
would you
kind
wear?
of torn piece of fabric, that my head and wings go through.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Who'd like to go next?
Mhm. Okay, I can go. So Omelet is in like somewhere maybe closer to the base of the tree. That's like a little library. That's not necessarily where she lives, but where most of the time that's where they end up falling asleep. And so technically it's a common library for everyone. Omelet has taken over. All of their stuff is everywhere. There's spork, random things that she's found on adventures, just a ton of stuff. It's scattered. No one else can actually reach any of the books, even if they wanted to, because there's just a ton of stuff in the way. Omelet is dressed for adventure, so like as sturdy boots as Pixies would want, and just like hiking gear, just ready to go, see what's up ahead, what's next. And she has like purple blue holographic butterfly wings.
Ooh, nice, nice. All right, thank you. And Shaylee, what does Shaylee look like?
Yeah, so I have like a pale pink, like almost white sometimes pixie cut. So like very short hair. And I actually wear what kind of looks like a leotard, like just it's pink and sparkly and it's very comfortable. And I have some very cute pink boots on that just let me be free and do whatever I want and fly around. It's all very lightweight. I actually live more near the top of the tree because I don't know, I like being up high and I can look down and see everything, but it's also kind of peaceful and like the willows are like draping over me and I love it. And so in the morning time, I really like getting up early when not a lot of people, fairies are, not a lot of pixies are awake. And so I would be the type of pixie to fly on a little dandelion puff in the early
Oh,
morning
awesome.
when nobody else is around.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So that's kind of what you're doing. I don't think Olette and Commodity talked about what they were doing.
There's a park on the other side of the mist, and I'm over at the park watching the people, hiding out in a bundle of cotton candy in a vendor's stand.
Okay. And